Dre was just more in between.
So that's when he went through the transition of really trying to find himself.
Andre felt like he had to change his life. A lot of things that he was doing, he said that he didn't want to do them anymore.
He stopped drinking, he stopped eating meat, he stopped smoking.
He grew his hair, you know, he got into books and spiritualism, even went as far as to practice celibacy for about a year.
He found some kind of clarity, and he decided he was going to show who he was and not be made into anything.
I still remember, like, one day he was jeans and T-shirt and a fresh pair of sneakers on, and then, bam, he's in a turban.
And it was actually a hat that you get from the beauty supply store. You know, they look, grandmama has that you wear in church.
Dre walks out with a turban on, and everybody's looking like, man, what in the hell is Dre doing? What does he have on? And the next second, you're going out to the mall, and everybody got on turbans.
Dre was taking a risk with the wardrobe. He was doing the vegan thing, and he happened to meet a girl that was into the same thing.
He met Erykah Badu at a club in New York.
Erykah Badu was a soul singer that just burst onto the music scene. Erykah was bohemian, she was intelligent, she was different and daring, and those were the aspects that were starting to come out in Dre.
I never seen two people fall in love so fast, so quick.
Erykah and Dre grew really close, and the next thing you know, wham, Erykah's pregnant.
November the 18th, 1997, I never forget it, I got a call and says, Andre needs to get to Dallas, Texas, because his son, 7 Sirius Benjamin, was being born.
The birth of 7 was another catalyst in Dre's life. It propelled him further into becoming serious about who he was.
At the time, Big and Dre, they wouldn't spend a lot of time with each other.
They were getting a little older, and, you know, they were into different things.
Dre was so non-party going, and Big Boy was always headed to the party.
They had separate tour buses, a smoking bus, and they had a non-smoking bus. And the non-smoking bus was Dre's bus. It was like a just calm, mellowed out bus.
Big couldn't believe that Dre was not smoking anymore and that, you know, he was just changing like he was. It's just kind of unexpected for your friend that you've been friends with for so long, you know, start making those changes.
The men in them started to come out, and they were growing in separate ways.
It seemed like they were moving in different roads.
From the outside, people were looking at it like, how is this going to work? During ATLians, Dre and Big, their differences started to come out, and a lot of people were wondering how this was going to work.
Big Boy was definitely like the player that you would see, you know, out in the clubs, wearing hats, jeans, sneakers, that sort of thing. And Dre was like, you know what? I feel like being different and free.
Dre, at that point, was unafraid to do anything. You know, he was past a turban. He was kind of going into, like, monkey fur pants.
Dre is wearing ski boots. Ski boots with platinum wigs.
He may come out in fur coat and underwear.
He always said, I want to look like the music. The music is beautiful and colorful. I want to look like that.
People were saying Dre was crazy. I mean, bottom line, people say that Dre lost his mind.
People were asking Big Boy, like, is Dre gay?
When he was getting flack from the stuff that he wore, Antoine always, you know, was right there by his side.
Big Boy always had a lot of respect for Dre. Both of them were always on the same page in terms of the goals that Outkast, the group, was trying to achieve.
The love of the music always brought them back together, regardless of what they were doing separately. In the later part of 1997, Outkast entered the studio to record the Aquemini album.
Aquemini is like the pivotal point for them. It's the place where they raise their flags, the individual flags about who they are.
During Aquemini, Big Boy became that great MC.
Many a day has passed, the night has gone by, but still I find the time to put that bomb off in your eye.
And Andre became a great producer.
Dre always continually wanted to, you know, evolve musically and do different stuff. He wanted to be able to play a lot of the instruments himself.
Dre's passion to do different kinds of music took him a little to the left.
Big Boy found his balance in that if Dre was gonna do weirder sounding music, I gotta make sure I do clear street hooks and make sure my verses are gonna be for the people that we started with.
They definitely understood their roles, and they also understood how important the balance was, which is why they ended up coming up with the name Aquemini.
It's him and I, Aquemini.
Aquemini stands for Aquarius and Gemini. So they took both of their signs and put it together, which showed their individuality coming together as one.
It's amazing that when you have two people who are that different, that when they come together in the music, it seems like it just always blends.
The Aquemini album was released September 29, 1998.
Aquemini got 5 mics from the Source magazine. In the hip-hop world, that's like a seal of approval.
Aquemini was received creatively by a lot of people as a classic record.
While everything was going great on the professional side, at home there was drama.
Dre was just ending a real serious relationship.
The relationship with Erica sort of grew and fizzled.
Erica was more like a mother to Dre instead of, you know, a girlfriend or a companion.
I think he felt remorseful, and it was a painful experience for both of them.